My name is Genny. I'm a poet, performer, playwright, educator. I've been involved in the Bay Area arts community for 40 years, with the exception of 5 years living in New York City in 69 to 73. I've been pretty much a San Francisco born and bred resident. I've been teaching for over 30 years, every level from elementary, middle school to college level students and even seniors, where I am now compiling an anthology of Japanese and Chinese American women seniors as the second generation daughter of Chinese American immigrants. My grandfather came over during the Chinese exclusion years, and when Chinese couldn't own land, couldn't testify on their own behalf in courts of law, and so he sent a lot of the money that he had saved running a general store in Chinatown back to the old country and built a school there in the village and a home. My father's dream was always to one day return to China once I turned 18. I'm the youngest of 7 children, but that never happened. In the end, he stayed in this country because there were so many changes in China, and a lot of the land had been reclaimed by the government or taken over by people that pretty much used squatters' rights to move into a lot of the properties that were once privately owned. So my own story, my own work has dealt a lot with my working class immigrant background. And on 9/11, 2 days before 9/11, I lost my own daughter in a freak rafting accident. And so maybe I couldn't really write or talk about the experience openly, certainly not publicly, for about 10 years. So I wrote a book which I dedicated to her memory, and I've just finished the draft of a manuscript called Paper Gods, examining exile loss, personal loss against collective loss. Because after 9/11, so many of us were pushed to re-examine the reality that had been created for us by the media, by our governments, by our communities, about the Americans' real role in the global society. So my work has always been informed by social injustice, because I had a very sharp sense of injustice and sexism. My own family, I'm 6th out of the 6th youngest girl out of siblings of 7 with 1 boy, and we were always told that we didn't have to go to college because we'd get married and it would be a wasted investment. So when we did go to college, it was on our own steam. I had to work part-time, go to school part-time, didn't have any financial aid at that time, or if there was, I didn't receive any scholarships, and got myself through college, and had 2 children, got married, and went back to get my master's degree. And it was when I was getting my master's degree in English, creative writing emphasis, I wrote my first play called Paper Angels.